The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. On the first play from scrimmage, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Wilson gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A gain there of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go, here we go.
On play action, it's Murray. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6. Ready?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Check, check. Lucky.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Murray now on first down. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals! Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. On 2nd and 10, Wilson, throw left side complete. It's Grant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D.
From the 41, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's nowhere after one right here on EA Sports. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw, it's Murray. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
19.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safety.
Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this. Short gains, your risk-reward, and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Hey, man, watch the boot. Hey, check mine. Watch it, 3 buzz.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Mike, 53, Mike. Hey, 0.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He's got him in, complete. It's a gain of 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Set, hut, Pittsburgh. Come on, G. Switch. Kill. 81. That's it. Mine's 50.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Throwing now is Murray. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Who's that? Is that yours?
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive? It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. Now it's Wilson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
58, Mike. Big stop, G. Big stop.
Throwing on third and long. Murray. And this is caught by Watkins. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Cardinals. Sammy Watkins, 82 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to... Get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff, now Murray. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy.
Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Good one. Go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Wilson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Alert. Check 31. Check 15.
Zebra.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's looking deep for Bell. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second and 9, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
This is Butler making the catch. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big-body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Now this time he'll look to throw, trying to lay one up deep. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Andy Isabella was the intended target. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 30 yards there, and, of course, the first down as well. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to first. And now here is another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Boom, boom.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a pass hauled in downfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. And you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Murray going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 51 yards on the ground. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get